This is a group that empowers women, and I never really knew what that meant, I think, until I was part of GALvanize.
I think it's so unique to find a space like that when you find it, it's sacred. And it's magic.
What Laura's doing here really is creating way more change than what's going on today in this room.
I want us to blow the roof off of this barn because there's so much love and so much enthusiasm and so much energy and so much sisterhood. And every woman walks out of here feeling like their life changed in some way. It is impossible to sum up with words what GALvanize is, because really GALvanize is a feeling. GALvanize is a heart. But what I would say is GALvanize is the place that I craved and the place that I desperately needed for 30 years navigating this male-dominated industry, a place where women can come together and not compete with each other, but root for each other, empower each other, and love on each other as they navigate their journey. Normally the summer is NFL boot camp time, and it's these wonderful, small, intimate rooms of 20-plus women, but this year felt very different. I've never received more texts and phone calls and emails of more girls and women needing help. So I wanted one summer not to focus on the guys, and I wanted one summer just to focus on the women.
No matter what I'm doing, I know who my who is. I just wanna be, I don't have to put on a face for the world to see me.
I was one of these women, you know, ages ago. I was in, you know, a position to where I felt like I needed someone like this. I needed somebody to talk to. I needed someone who understood and who could support me, but just never had it. It was just the way it went. So I will leave this place feeling really good about the next generation.
I've reached the top of my pole, at the edge of this plateau. I've come this far, no telling where else I might go.
Laura Oakman is phenomenal at her job. So when I watch her on Sundays, Thursdays, Mondays, what I'm looking at is someone who is at the peak of her career, in my opinion. And people want to follow people who are that excellent. And so you get to decide when you're that excellent what you do with that privilege. You can take in all the glory and go on vacation, or you can take that privilege and create change with it. And the reason why so many people want to follow Laura in this is because not only is she an amazing person, she is spectacular at what she does. And these women have a lot to learn from her, not only on sports broadcasting, but also just how to be a human.
I think it starts with her and the mentality that she's cultivated and that spirit that she's imparted on everyone else. It's something that you take seriously, and you want to be able to give that back to everyone else who's in this room.
GALvanize changed me to my core. GALvanize changed the entire course of my life. It changed who I am as a being, not just like my outlook, but my own belief schema of who I am and what my purpose is in this world. I just know that I'm in a room of people who love me, and I don't question that love. I don't question the love that GALvanize has brought into my life. I know it's sincere. I felt it. You can feel it.
It is a space where nobody is measuring you. Everybody just wants the best for you, and everybody needs champions like that. And for women to give it to women is different than any other way.
Laura just draws in like all of these like-minded women with incredible hearts, and it's truly like a community that's authentic. It doesn't have to be forced, and it's amazing.
Honestly, I would call the event a homecoming. It was a return to faith, a return to hope, to jubilee. Like, the only word that comes to mind is a homecoming. Like, being in that barn with all of my sisters, new and returning, it was just like coming back to my own self again. It was pure joy. It was play, it was celebration. So it was not a seminar. You can't buy that type of joy.
I don't even think I've ever called it a seminar. I always call it a conference. And I think even further than that, I call it a gathering. It looks like a group of women gathering for one purpose of just being filled up. So it almost feels like a Thanksgiving, but for women in sports is what I would call it, as we are just there to cheer one another on, fill each other up, feed one another, obviously with food, but also with words of wisdom, with encouragement, with experiences.
It was called a seminar, but to me, in my mind and in my heart, it was a family reunion. It was definitely a family reunion.
So keep on going, dry your eyes, and when you think that you can't, galvanize.
I want every woman to walk out of this seminar and feel better than they did walking in, better about themselves and better about women. So my hope is they connect with the most important person in this barn, which is themselves first. And then I hope that each one of them walks out here with a friend who they will say, I met her at this seminar and she will be a lifelong sister long after the career is done, but really walk out of here with a wonderful woman to support and to be supported by.
It has undoubtedly been a tough few years for women. And to add another layer to it, Black women, women of color. And so to go in there, to be in that embrace, to learn all the things that I've learned, I truly felt in my heart when I walked out of the barn, I'm doing the right things, I'm on the right track, my efforts aren't going unnoticed, and everything is going to be okay.
Attending this Nash seminar was emotional in the sense of it's so touching, it's inspirational, life-changing, it was deep, it was memorable, good for the soul. I cried a lot for very great reasons, many awesome reasons, and I feel like just walking away from the seminar, you knew your purpose, you knew your direction, and you knew what you bring to the table. So it was all the good feels.
I walk through the fire, but I can take the heat if it means the next gal's up, got a seat right next to me.
I think the thing that I took from today was just that anything is possible if you just have the courage to try, and you just have the courage to trust that you do have the support, and don't be afraid to lean on that. So don't doubt what you can do, don't doubt what you have to offer, because your voice and your story is unique and the world needs it.
It'll still be there for me.